This is something that has been a hot topic within the gaming community within the past couple of days or so. So basically, everybody's talking about what happened the other day on December 2nd, where a new policy took effect where gaming videos that contain simulated violence has to be, or it doesn't have to worry about being hit by age restriction gates. So basically, when you go to look at certain videos and all that stuff, you don't have to worry about, being under the age of 18 or whatever, because basically it's not fair for YouTubers who produce certain content to be punished because of the material that they produce. Especially if it's appealing, they get a lot of viewers and they make a lot of money off of it through AdSense when they monetize their accounts. So I think this is something that's pretty big, but I think there's definitely restrictions in terms of in terms of like what videos people can see, like, for games like such as Mortal Kombat 11, which is very violent, and you have fatalities and blood and excessive gore, stuff like that might be age gated to some extent. But games such as like Call of Duty Modern Warfare, which is very popular, it doesn't really make too much sense to have that age gated, especially considering the fact that it's very it's very successful. It's something that is really big in media. It's something that a lot of people like. So to basically age gate that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And I think the goal is basically to not produce real world violence, to make content that doesn't lead to real world violence, like the mass shootings that we've had in 2019 and 2018, and heck, all the way back to 2016 for that matter. And as far as trying to prevent that level of violence from happening, there's definitely action being taken to make that a reality. But as it currently stands, the new policy that YouTube has for age restrictions, I guess it's going to be more loose, and I guess it's not going to be it's not going to be a limit for people who are under the age of 18. And I think it's pretty cool because a lot of teenagers are into like first person shooters, third person shooters. It's basically the most popular genre within gaming right now. And so for things to be age gated for them is not necessarily fair, especially if they pay money for it. So as far as this new policy is concerned, I think it's pretty cool, especially if it's restricted to simulated or scripted violence. As long as it doesn't like simulate or doesn't like produce any real world violence or anything like that, I think it's perfectly fine. But as far as what kind of effect this new policy will have within the next couple of years, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, there probably won't. I mean, there might continue to be, more violence and all that stuff. It's not promised that this is gonna correlate to the decrease in violence in America or anything like that. But at the same time, it's a lot easier for, I guess, teenagers to enjoy first person and third person, shooters, and I guess, YouTubers who have a lot of that material and content on their channels, and also allows them to make a pretty decent living as well. So, yes, it is what it is.